Good morning. Today we have a new friend with us. She's passionate about building and fostering friendships and community, and that's what we're going to talk about today. She found herself in a new city, knowing no one, and she decided to do something about it. And that is how BFF Indy was born and now has over 20,000 members. Frances Mary, welcome to the Scuttlebutt Club.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
We're so happy you're here with us.
Yes.
All right, you have to tell us, what is BFF Indy?
Absolutely. So BFF Indy is a community for women in and around Indianapolis who are just looking to make friends. Like you said, I moved here from Chicago to the Indianapolis area and didn't know anybody except for my husband, which I tell everybody, like, don't get me wrong, I love him so much, but you need your girlfriends too. And I also work a remote position, so trying to find friends was extremely difficult for me. And searching high and low, I've looked online, I tried the friendship apps even, and nothing was really working for me personally. So I guess selfishly sometimes I say, I reached out to a lot of ladies through those apps and said, hey, do you want to watch The Bachelor maybe? And that kind of just built up over time. We ended up doing dinner nights and wine nights, things like that, just going to pumpkin patches. And after a little bit, I decided, why not start partnering with people and officially make this something? Because the more people found out about it, the more I realized how hard it is for ladies to make friends in Indianapolis and the surrounding areas. So decided, why not start BFF Indy?
Yeah, I feel like especially once you get out of school age,
Yes.
it's like a weird thing of oh, are you friends with just the people you work with? Or who do you see out? Yeah, that is for sure a big deal in Indy, I feel.
Yes, and not even just Indianapolis, obviously, all over the country. It's in the world too. People go to school and you're in your routine, your normal routine. You're, as a kid, going to elementary school, then high school, and you're with the same people every day, even through college. If people decide to go that route, you're with the same people, same classes, and then all of a sudden it's you either enter the workforce or you go another route, and it's totally different. And sometimes I do talk to college students. I'm like, not to scare you, but it is really hard to make friends and nobody talks about it. So that's kind of what we're here to do and make it less of a taboo subject.
Yeah. I know, because you feel like you don't want to admit you don't have any good friends.
Exactly.
But I feel like that happens too, different stages, even when you have kids, it's okay, you're focusing all on them. So it's you're not really getting that, I guess, self-care for yourself. And then plus, when you have kids, you're kind of just around who your kids are around.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so it's
Yes.
maybe you're not clicking with them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Or you just need a different outlet
Yes.
to find people.
Yes, we have a lot of that. There's ladies that come into Indianapolis and move here and don't know anybody and are in just different stages of life. And then there's ladies that move away and their friends are here left behind with nobody too. So all those different stages of life and different routines also play into making friends.
Do you have any people that were from the beginning, when you first started watching The Bachelor, that are still around?
Not from The Bachelor specifically. I'm still friends with a couple of the girls personally. But there are girls from the very first casual event. It was not BFF Indy at the time, but there were a couple girls too that I'm you were literally here from day one when I tried to throw this together. And I appreciate those ladies who have stayed with us since the beginning, and they've made their own friends, and it's just super cool to see.
That's awesome. So after you had the bachelor nights and all that and made some friends yourself, why was it then important for you to make this group after you already had some friends?
Yes, good question. I think just seeing how many people really needed friends, and that's something that I went through too. I know the position that these ladies are in, and it's really challenging. It's sad at some points. It's hard sitting at home and being I have no friends. What do I do? So getting out to these events and seeing the ladies get connected and enjoy the time together while experiencing local businesses in Indianapolis has been really cool and I guess rewarding, if you would, and just has given me the extra, oomph that is making me want to continue this.
Yeah, that's so cool that you do that for everyone. I'm like looking at all the events, like what can we go to?
I know.
Yes.
I know, because I feel like we kind of are trying to do that, like very much smaller scale. But like every once in a while, just like get people up and out and like in the community and,
Exactly.
you know.
Because there's
just-
so much to do here.
There
you
really
know?
is. And moving to Indy, I was like, what is there?
I know, because I feel like
What-
surface like wise, you're like, oh, there's nothing to do there.
Exactly. It's like Indianapolis. What's there? I
Yeah.
saw a TikTok. I think it was last night.
Wait, I was just
It
gonna
was
say
at the
this. I saw it too.
Okay.
Wait, I think it's the same one.
Was it the guy that was like, yes. He's like, I had to choose between Indianapolis
In
and
Milwaukee.
Minnesota. Milwaukee, yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Um,
funny.
And he's like, what is there to do in Indianapolis? And I was like, there's a lot
No,
to
but
do,
he was
actually.
hyping it up a little bit. I was like,
Exactly.
okay,
It's like, okay, now
okay.
people are getting it. But there is really a lot to do, and bridging that gap, not only between friendships, but it's like, where do you get your hair done? Where do you get your nails
Yes.
Right,
done?
right.
Those local businesses, where do you go to brunch? Bridging that gap between friendships and just local places and things to do in the community is
So
super
did you
important.
still have your other job while you built this and like
Yes.
still now, or is it
Yes.
full? How's that work?
Yeah, so I work a full-time job remotely for a company that's based in Denver. I do a lot of trade show management. I love it. It's super fun. But again, that's kind of where I struggled trying to make friends, just because I didn't have the typical day job of going into the office, meeting people through
And a lot of people are
job.
probably like that when COVID happened.
Yes.
That all work remote now.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. So starting there, I was like, I need to make friends somehow. And I've definitely done my best to balance all of it. Obviously, since it's grown super fast, my full-time job is my main priority, of course. But BFF Indy has definitely become a passion project. And I don't want to say project. It's just like my passion, seeing the ladies make so many friends and being able to build that community in Indy.
That's awesome.
Can you tell us like how it is structurally? Like if someone's like, oh, I want to like look it up, like where would you direct them first?
Ooh, we have a few different places.
Okay.
So depending on social media and what platforms people use, we have 3 main ways to get involved. So everybody is able to access our website, which is bffindianapolis.com. So that's where you'll find like our events, our blog posts,
Sort of like
member
everything.
discounts. Yes. So that's how you get connected. I would say more in person if that's what you're looking for. But because we're all adults and moms as well, not myself, but there's a lot of moms in the group, it's really hard to make those events and get those in the schedule too. So we have our Facebook group, which is just BFF Indy, and that's another way to connect with people remotely and online. And then they'll go out and make their own plans of like, let's go get coffee. They'll introduce themselves or say that they want to go to this concert that's coming up, and they'll make plans to go there together. And then we also have our Instagram that's just mainly updates and kind of keep an eye out for what's coming up.
I love that. I feel like I've seen on like TikTok and stuff, someone post like, I'm going to this concert by myself. Is anyone else going by them? And then they like meet
Yes.
up. I feel like I saw it a lot when Taylor Swift was touring.
Yes.
Like I got one ticket, but like
Who else
come,
is going?
Yeah, come meet me. Do they do that like in the online
Yes.
stuff?
It's incredible the response that I've seen, because for me, I'm very introverted. And
we were
my
wondering
question.
that.
I'm like, is she an introvert or like needs
Yes.
to recharge or like, cause like, how do you go
course.
to all these events?
Not all of them. So luckily, I did build a team of I think
okay.
it's 4 or 5 ambassadors.
Oh, that's
and
smart.
They are such a blessing. They're great ladies. They go to some of the events and just make sure that they volunteer their time, and they make sure that all the ladies feel comfortable and welcome, and things just run smoothly at the events. Obviously, I try to be at the majority of them just because like I enjoy being there personally, and it's a great time. But also getting that time to balance and recharge as well is very important. So
That's smart. I love that.
How many events do you guys have like a month?
about
on
7 to
average?
10.
Oh wow,
So that's a
any-
lot.
Yes. So they range from, I guess, we have a monthly book club, we have a run club that meets twice a month, and then we also have one-off events too with different partners that we work with around Indianapolis, so different businesses. I know I just walked outside, and the Courthouse Club, we've done an event there before.
love the
Oh,
Courthouse
fun.
So
Club.
good.
It's so good.
Yes. So we did like an ornament painting there during the winter, and then just a lot of different things, because I'm not typically the girl that'll be like, oh, let's go get drinks at this bar downtown. I want to do something more interactive than just sit there and have a drink. Don't get me wrong, like I love a good glass of wine while watching TV, but just something different, like
not just drinking. I say that all the time. I'm like, I need an activity. Like I don't want to just sit and drink.
Yes, exactly. So just something different, like you said. What is there to do in Indianapolis? That's kind of where I'm like, this is what we can do. So,
yes,
I love that. Okay, so when you go to like book events, do you do that like? Do people reach out to you for you to come there? Do you reach out, or is it like, how's that work?
Yeah, so I would say it's a little bit of both. If there's something that the ladies are interested in, obviously this isn't just for me. This is a very collaborative effort. So we do have a form online if ladies want to be like, oh, I want to do this, or that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so for example, for the run club that we did, I'm not a runner, but one of the group members was like, hey, I really want to start this run club. I made a post a while back and we had hundreds of comments. People want to do this. Is there any way that we can like work together? And I'd be glad to run it. So Cece's now running our run club, no pun intended, but it's so a very collaborative effort. But then there's times where local businesses will reach out and say, hey, we want to do this event. Is there any way we can work together and put it on your event calendar? Just because we do have that whole network of ladies that are looking for new things to do and ways to get out in Indy.
I like the variety that you offer.
Yes.
Thank
It's
you.
a little something for everyone.
Exactly.
In different times and days.
Yeah, because not everyone's on that same schedule.
Exactly. So we're trying our best. We have a lot of evening events. So I'm like, we'll try and trickle in some daytime events too, depending on ladies' schedules.
But it's nice, like what you said, that they can kind of set up their own little ones through the online stuff.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I got on there last night. Like I joined the Facebook group. It's so easy to do if you just fill out a couple like questions, where you live, and
I was going to ask that. So it's private.
It
Yes.
is private, yes. And a lot of not to cut you
No,
off.
I know.
go.
Sorry.
No. you
People
are
wanna
good.
know, yeah.
Absolutely. So it's incredible to see how open the ladies are too. I'm not going to share anything that was really shared on the page just because of privacy and all of that. But some of the ladies have so many questions and they feel so safe and secure in that space that nobody's going to be judgmental or anything.
yeah,
like
I
that.
definitely got that. But kind of to your guys' point, I saw someone write like, hey, like I was thinking about doing some stuff out at the track or going for the month of
Yes.
May.
Yes.
Anyone else interested? And then people would comment like, hey, let's meet up, or I work there, or
Yes.
you know, or like, where do you guys get your hair done? You know, it's
Yes.
like a good resource too.
Exactly. It's cool. Some of the posts that are in the Facebook group too, it's some things that I've never even thought about asking, even just like doctors and things in general like that, where it's like, oh yeah, we do kind of need to know where the best place to go to the doctor is
Yeah.
and things like that.
So nice to
Such
have.
a
Because
good
I was going to ask
resource.
too, like some people aren't social people and don't want to be in groups. You know what I mean? So it's like nice to have that option too, where it's like you don't have to be in person. Like you have this online community that you've built that's like clearly trustworthy and nice to have.
Thank you. Yes, we have a lot of the ladies that'll say that, oh, I've never been to an event, but I'm on the Facebook page. I was sitting at a coffee shop in Carmel not too long ago, and she's like, wait, are you with BFF Indy? I was like, oh my gosh, what?
Like, I am BFF.
She's like, I've never made it out to an event and I really want to, but like the Facebook group has been so helpful. And I'm like, that means so much.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
It's some random person that I've never met before. But clearly it's a resource that people use and that I can't see from like my side how valuable it is to some other people. So hearing that like out in public has been super cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
Speaking of that too, like how do you do the events? Are they capped? Like some people get really overwhelmed by big groups. So I was wondering like if they could tell that before they go or how that works.
Oh, good question. So depending on the event and the partner that we work with, sometimes events are capped. We know that social anxiety is a big thing. Even for me, before I get to an event, I'm like, oh my gosh, are people going to show up?
Yeah.
If people do show up, is there going to be a lot of people, and what is that going to look like? So depending on the event, we do have it capped, but we usually have about, I would say, between 30 and 40 people at each one. But we do try and make it as welcoming as possible. We know that there are a lot of ladies that don't know what to expect walking into an event.
Yeah, can you like walk us through that, or like give some tips if someone wants to come to their first event, like
Of course. I mean,
to make them feel more comfortable?
of course. Yeah. The first, I guess, tip I would say is just, it's super, super hard to put yourself out there and take that first step.
Especially if you don't have like a buddy with you.
Exactly. Yes. I will say a lot of the ladies do come by themselves. It's very, very rare that people will bring like a friend, just because this is a space to make friends and everybody's in the same boat. So keeping that in mind specifically, that everybody's there for the same reason and the same purpose, has been really helpful for ladies that are a little hesitant about coming to events. And I hear a lot from the ladies at the events, I guess after it's over, that, to be honest, I wasn't going to come to the event, but I'm so glad I did.
Yeah.
So we hear that at least once at every event, that I'm so glad I took that step. It was really hard for me to get out the door, but it was so worth it. And everybody always walks away with somebody that they can reach out to, or again, like they just make a friend at the end of the day, which has been really cool. And it is challenging, obviously, to walk into something that you're not completely sure about and seeing how that goes, but definitely it's worth it if you want to make friends and take that step.
Yeah. What would you say is like the average age range of the women there?
So,
did we even say that this is only women? Have we said that?
I don't know.
typically when I introduce BFF Indy, I say it's a community for women.
Okay.
We do also sometimes host co-ed events.
Okay.
Not just women need friends, guys need friends too, you know. But
You're like, not my problem.
I'd love to do something for guys. It's just like, I'm not a guy. I don't know what they want to do. And I feel like if I put on an event for guys, it'll just not be, it wouldn't resonate as well as it would for women. So, what was the question again? I apologize.
No, you're fine. I didn't know what like the average age range was.
Yes. So average age range is between 25 and 34 years old, but we have women from ages 18 all the way up to 70. Somebody had emailed me towards the beginning of launching this and had asked, I'm 70 years old. Is this a place for me? I said, absolutely it is. We on our Facebook group, we have different, I don't know if you saw when you were looking through the page last night, we have different group chats as well.
I saw that.
So they're separated into age ranges and with or without kids, just because different stages of life and everything. We have a 55 and up group chat as well that, like we said too, during the day, different times work better for different people. So a lot of the ladies in like the 55 and up group chat will either like go out for coffee during the day.
Oh, I love that.
So it's cool to see them interact, but I would say mainly between 25 and 34, but we do have all age ranges.
Well, I feel like this area is a bigger population, like it's growing, of older women that are, or women and men that are moving here because their kids and their grandkids are here.
Exactly.
You know,
yeah.
and like
All of
we've
those
seen-
communities are popping up.
That's what I was
like,
gonna say. All
just
the
drove by
55
one on the
and
way
up.
here.
Yeah.
My in-laws actually just moved here.
Oh, they did?
In October. They're actually like 5 minutes down the road from here.
That's
that's
nice.
And it was mainly because not just we were here, but my brother and sister-in-laws are in Ohio as well. So they were also in Chicago.
Yeah, I was gonna
so
say, were they in Chicago?
yes. So they were in the western suburbs of Chicago. And then once everybody kind of came more southeast, they were like, why are we still in Chicago?
Yeah.
So we're really lucky to have them here. And it's been a great community. And they're finding their own community too, which has been really cool to see. So it's been fun.
That's great.
Okay, maybe like not so much of the fun stuff, but like, do you ever have to like kick people out of the,
Yeah.
of the club? Have you for being like catty or?
Not really. I will say a lot of the women are, again, so supportive within the Facebook group specifically. We've never had a problem, knock on wood, at the events. But again, everybody's so supportive, and it's
Like,
so
do you have?
cool
I'm
to
sure you have like guidelines, rules.
Yes,
For
so-
the Facebook.
Yeah. So when people do join the Facebook group, obviously you have to like accept the rules and regulations. I can't remember the specific policy, but just like member interaction policy. If you meet somebody outside of the group or in person outside of the group, like just be responsible in that. Obviously don't be mean and don't like bully other people.
Yeah.
There have been some instances where I've gotten text messages of, hey, you should check this group chat, like what's going on here. And I'll go in and just calm the waters, if you would. But typically people are super responsive and understanding, and it just, everybody takes a step back and is good with each other.
Good.
So there's not too many issues. It's very, very rare.
Okay, good.
Yes. I know. I'm like thinking about a big group of women, especially over 20,000. I'm like,
I
There's
know.
definitely
Like, there's gotta be some
yeah.
little something.
Yes, and I do tell people too, you're not going to click with every person. It's not like people are going to be mean, but making friends is a difficult journey, and you can go out for coffee with somebody and not completely click with them.
Yeah.
And that's okay. It's
Yeah.
not a bad thing. It's just you might be in different stages of life. You might have different interests, and that again, not a bad thing.
Right.
It's just you gotta keep putting yourself out there and make your friends. So.
If people want to come to an event, do they need to let you know ahead of time?
Yes, usually we do have an RSVP page on our website.
Okay.
So sometimes events will fill up, like we said, with the caps. But usually we try and let everybody into the events as much as we can. But again, those capacities sometimes we have to set. But usually there's not really an issue. So
How far out do you book stuff?
depending on the event, I typically go like on a monthly basis.
Okay.
So right now it's, what is it, April? We already have the majority of our June events planned. We have
Okay.
a few in July, some all the way to September.
Like those
again,
bigger ones?
Yes, exactly.
Are
So-
there big ones that like everyone looks forward to each year?
Yeah, so since we're only a little over a year old, so
Oh, really?
Yes. so
Wow, you've
still
grown
pretty
so
new.
fast.
It's crazy, but just a testament to how much
I was just gonna
communities
say,
need
it
to
just
be.
shows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so strong amongst women too. Just the power that people have when they come together. It's really cool to see. But in terms of the events that people, I guess, look forward to, we just had our first birthday party, which was really
That's
cool.
cute.
We hosted that at Laurel Hall in January, and we had a lot of different vendors and local businesses come together to put on this event for women and just celebrate the community that is BFF Indy and the women that are in it as well. So that was a super fun one, and I'm excited for the second birthday and all the ones to come.
Can you believe like how much it's grown?
It's
Like if you look
insane.
back at it, like, oh, this was just a little idea while watching The Bachelor.
Yes. Yeah, I know. When we first jumped into, and by we, I'm like, I talked to my husband about
Right.
this as
Yeah.
well. So when I first jumped into BFF Indy, I'm like, oh, I have to like thinking about building it up and everything. He's like, you can do it. And I was like, but are you sure? Like, what's going to happen? So I was super, super nervous going into it, but it's incredible to see just the response from the community and how it's, I guess, definitely needed amongst women and
Clearly,
just the
yes.
support
Yeah.
that everybody brings to each other.
With the success you've had here, have you ever thought about like growing it to other big cities?
I'm not sure yet. I definitely want
She's
to.
like, she just turned one.
I
Leave
know.
her alone.
I
Or
have
getting
gotten-
ambassadors in other cities
Yes.
to take the idea.
Yeah, like in Chicago.
I've had some friends. One of my best friends in Chicago
I was
was
gonna ask, like, are they? You still have like friends up there, right?
Yes, yep, I definitely do, and they're great and super supportive. They're like, "How can I get the merch? Like, I want a T-shirt."
Yes, we
so
always
I
talk
send
about
them all
that.
the stuff and everything. But she's like, "When are you gonna do like Chicago?" I'm like, "If you want to take that on right
Yeah.
now," just because obviously my full-time job is
Right.
something I'm also passionate about and love doing that, and also just my time as well. BFF Indy is something that is super important to me, and I don't want like my attention to be drawn too thin. I definitely want to be intentional, and it's not, a lot of people are like, oh, like how do you make money and things like that. I'm like, that's not what it's about at
Right.
the end of the day. I want to be intentional and make sure that the ladies in my community are also making friends and not, again, drawing my attention span too thin. So
Well, I'm sure too, like the friends and the friendships and everything made, like I'm sure that on the side grows into so many other
Yes.
opportunities, and that's probably been really cool to see too.
yes, and sometimes that's not even something that I would see. There's people in terms of the friendships that are made kind of on the side.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wish it was something I could see more of, because there are ladies in the Facebook group that will drop their stories. And there was one specific, I can't remember how she titled it, but it was like from one anxious girl who never thought she would make a friend to other ladies in the same boat. She posted a picture of her with her big group of friends that were out having dinner and told her story. And I was like, this is just incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I wish I could hear more of those stories. But clearly, like, it is happening, and super cool to, I guess, know subconsciously that people are making friends outside of the group too. So
I love that.
Would you say it's more important to have like a couple of good close friends, or like a bunch of friends that you maybe aren't as close with, but can like call or hang out or do stuff with?
Of course, I would say a little bit of both. Like those girls that you have that are super solid and you basically resonate with on every single level, you can go super deep with. It's obviously great to have those girls in your life that you can call up at 2 a.m. if something happens. But then it's also, again, different stages of life. And different times of the day too. If you want to take a walk on the Monon at 2 o'clock, it's like, oh, you can call so-and-so or so-and-so. And it doesn't always have to be that super close friend. Like I said, I have friends in Chicago too that I know that we don't see each other on the daily basis, but we definitely can connect after months of not seeing each other. So I would say it's good to have a balance of both.
Okay.
You want to do top 5?
Yes, I'm going to give this to you.
Oh, yes.
You just sent this to us, but I typed it
Give
out.
me that.
Thank you. Yes.
So we had you make our top 5 list this episode. Do you want to go through it and start at number 5?
Sure. Yes. I would say these are not in a specific order.
Oh,
by
Wait, we have
any
to say what it
means.
is. Top 5 places in Indy for girls' night out.
Yes. I was saying girls' day, just
Anything
in general.
out.
Just
Doesn't have to be the
girls-
night.
just a
Hangout.
girl
Doesn't have to be the night.
hangout. Yes. So I started with, obviously, when you think of hanging out with your girls, you think of brunch.
Yes.
So I said the garden table is a great place for girls' brunch. Obviously, who doesn't like a good mimosa or FOMOSA?
We love the garden.
Yes.
We do. And
Shout out
there's
to
location-
Jessie.
Yeah. There's
Yes.
locations all over.
Exactly. That's why I was like, you can go to the garden table if you're downtown, if you're at Carmel. So that was definitely one of my 5. Another, I don't want to say hole in the wall by any means. There's something that people don't typically go and see is Oliver Winery.
Yes.
Just because it's a little bit south of here. It's about an hour south, but it's a great way to get out of Indianapolis and try something different. When I tell people about Oliver, I tell them that I've gone to a few different wineries in California, like the Malibu area, and I was so impressed with Oliver that it had like the back of it is so beautiful with like a little pond, and it was even more pretty than some of the Malibu wineries that we had gone to. So definitely check that out.
Yes. We went to IU. and
Yeah,
we
so
were
that's like
like,
right,
yes.
right in
But
our
I always
very
forget
convenient.
about that.
Me too.
And no one's ever mentioned it on our podcast, I don't think.
Oh, really?
No?
Yeah.
I love Oliver Winery, and their wine is good. And typically, you can also go and picnic there, which is fun. You can go
Yes.
buy a bottle and then bring some charcuterie or things like that. It's perfect in the fall, too. It's so pretty with the trees and everything. And then I also said the Monon. I know I mentioned it a little earlier, too. I love a good walk. You could grab a coffee at Java House over in Midtown Carmel and then go for a walk. I did that just yesterday. We met up at one of my friends' houses and then we walked over to the Monon, and it was just a great day.
The weather was so
It was
nice.
so
too.
know.
Finally.
nice. I know,
Yes.
and then now it's about to storm again. So it is what it is. That's Midwest weather.
Yeah.
And then I also said Coxhall Gardens. This is a place that I wasn't super aware of.
I've never
until-
been there. Have you? Yeah.
It's a big photography place.
Yes,
Oh.
it's super pretty. I've done a couple Bible studies there, and it's just a nice little area if you want something a little more quiet, kind of exploring something different, and another nice place to take a walk or have another picnic. So I love a good outdoor situation, and if you couldn't already tell. And then for number 5, I said downtown Zionsville. When I first came to Indianapolis, Zionsville was one of the first places that I kind of explored with my husband. We used to come every May since he worked for one of the race teams. So when we were here one month of May, I was like, oh my gosh, what is this place? It's so cute. And
so
it was
cute.
downtown Zionsville. They have a lot of cute boutiques and a lot of good restaurants, and it's just like the cobblestone roads are super pretty. But that would round out the top 5.
What's
in
your
my
favorite
opinion.
restaurant in Zionsville?
Ooh, in Zionsville, I feel like there's a lot that I haven't tried yet,
okay.
so I don't want to give like my favorite.
But like, what's your
without-
go-to place? Like for date night with hubby?
Ooh, in Zionsville specifically?
Yeah.
Or, we honestly haven't gone to Zionsville for a date night.
Oh.
But Rosie's, they have locations everywhere. There's literally one across the street from here.
Yeah. No, we love
but
Rosie's.
We love Rosie's for sure. We're not big like going out to dinner people unless
okay.
it's like an anniversary.
No,
or
my
something.
husband's favorite thing is to go to breakfast. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. So Rosie's would be my pick in Zionsville.
that's a good pick.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'll give this back to you as well.
Oh, thank you.
Is there anything else you want to mention? Anything fun coming up in the next month or so that you're looking forward to?
Yes, so we just released our May event list, and we have a lot of things going on between obviously Mother's Day. We don't have anything specific, obviously it being the month of May. Don't have anything specific planned around the race, but we are partnering with the 500 Festival for their Indy Mini. So we had, I don't know if it's expired yet by the time this episode airs, but we had a discount code for that. And then we're doing a lot of different fitness activities. So a Pilates and yoga class in Brownsburg, and then some mom events for Mother's Day, a couple of those like little spa night activities.
Cool.
So lots to look forward to. And obviously our monthly book club and bi-monthly run club. So lots of fun
Tell
things.
everyone one more time, like where they can find you and all the information.
Yes. So if you want to take a look at our events and our blog and member discounts, you can go to our website at bffindianapolis.com, our Facebook page at BFF Indy, and then our Instagram at bff.indy. And if you need a friendly face or if you're worried about coming to an event, you can always just feel free to shoot me a message. I'm the only one on the Instagram page, and obviously like the website, the email, wherever you find it, just feel free to reach out. So I know it can be scary.
Or ask one of us. I feel like we want to go to an event too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we can find one that we can like get a little group to go to. I know you said most people don't bring
absolutely.
groups, but
Oh no,
But a lot of
right.
people that would come with us,
Yes.
like, they might not be our close friends either,
Yeah.
you know, but they just
Wanna
listen to
get
the
out.
podcast and want to get out with other women.
Exactly. Yes, and that's why you need those two different groups of friends too.
Yes, exactly.
love it. Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
having me. This is great.
Yeah, I think this
appreciate
will
it.
be really helpful to people.
I'm so glad. Yes,
Yeah.
it's definitely a challenging topic, and people not wanting to say they don't have friends, but it's a real thing, and we're glad to
Help.
So yes.
Perfect. We'll see everybody next Tuesday.